doing an overnight somewhere, I pretty much always put a lock on my trailer. If I'm going point A to point B all in one trip, sometimes I don't. Especially if it's shit like, you know, buckets of tractor grease for Tractor Supply or some shit. But last night I get to my place. I don't have a whole lot of time left on my clock. I'm really in a hurry to get this shit flipped over so I can go and find a place to park. And the lock is frozen up. It's a relatively old lock. I guess it's got enough rain in it at this point that it wasn't going to fucking work anymore. So, I was like, well, fuck. First of all, it's a thick-ass lock, and you can use a bolt cutter, but it'll take you a long time. And I don't have a bolt cutter. I don't want to carry a bolt cutter. And any place I go that needs you to have a bolt cutter has a bolt cutter. Not my problem. I'm not carrying that gigantic shit. So basically, I would have had to call the emergency maintenance team, have them send out a locksmith person or someone to cut the shit off or whatever. But the key would go in the lock, and I had a pair of pliers. So here's what I would recommend before you try cutting off a lock, or having to call someone to cut it off for you. If the key goes in, get yourself a pair of pliers. In my case, it was my multi-tool that I had in my pocket. And get a good grip on that key and twist the fuck out of it. And maybe, just maybe, you will have the strength to make that thing pop. And it won't be so strong that you'll break off that key. Because I could not do it with my fingers. There was no fucking way. But once I got a little torque on it, I could feel it starting to give. And the thing is, if you're doing that and you break off the key, so what? You were going to cut that son of a bitch off anyway. You might as well try. That's it for this installment. Piece of metal grease.